Ese que ya dejó marcado el.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. We are live here on the FFTW channel. We're about to get started right away today. We're running a little behind, so we're gonna mark our charts up really fast, and we're just gonna keep it simple. Mark support and resistance. Um, that's pretty much it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Sorry about that. Another window from up here. There we go. Let's get rid of all these indicators real quick for a brief moment. Let's clear the chart up so we get a clear picture of what price is doing. Right away, we got a retest of these highs, these eagle highs here. We're getting a strong selling. So this is most likely going to come down just based off, right, off the action of retesting the previous high of day. Right, and now it's getting an aggressive reaction. I like to see a pullback going down and definitely a break of these lows right here and a pullback to it, something like that if we're going down. In the meantime, set something up over here. Yes, sir. Let's make some money by being patient. We're gonna lead with searching for great setups, A plus setups, man. That's how we get to the money. Focus on the setup, the money will come. Money will come. Bear with me here as I'm getting some things ready. Alright, let's get right to it. Check out the 1 hour time frame or the hourly time frame. And we're gonna do the same thing on both the NQ and the ES. We're gonna do the same thing here, Okay. And we're gonna mark support and resistance. So we have support. Right? We have support here. And we have support down here. This one has equal lows. So we keep that in mind. That's gonna have a strong pull towards that support zone. If we break below this area, then we're coming all the way down here. right? Coming down here, then down here. Let's mark resistance as well. So I'm gonna do this very quick. Okay. And this is previous area of resistance. Let's mark this one. Mark this as a key level here. Because we could pull back and this can become support. See right there, perfect. And we have a trend line right here, so let's mark that up. That's all it is, guys. Support and resistance. Found it. Support and resistance. Keep it simple. Support. Channel. You can mark the green if you like. Keep it, you know. Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice. Same thing here on NQ. Just very quickly marking this up. We have a channel going higher. We're above break of structure. Meaning price could be bullish today. We have a gap from the past that we need to fill. I think the gap fills here. If you look at the NQ, here, and looking back on the NQ, you can see that there's a gap that has been filled here from this prior week. So the next level, right? The next level of resistance that we have is this one right here and this one right here. Let's mark it as red. Not white. Can't see it white. Red. Okay. So above previous day close, I'm being bullish above previous day close. So let's go back to the NQ here. Being bullish above previous day close. Bullish up here. If we are below it, I'm looking for sells. Why? Because we filled the gap, and then we have a potential to go higher to previous levels of resistance. And we could go here. And we could go here. Right. And then last and final, I'll mark this as a level of liquidity. And I'll mark those cyan. That's it. I think our chart is ready to go. What's good? What's good, Ness? Over here, man. Just getting the charts ready. Just trying to do really fast, really quick. One sec. Pero no tengo la. Okay. All right, I'm back. What do we got? Oh, Jesus. Market's ripping, guys. Let's get to work. Let's get to the bag, yo. Oh, no. It's leaving without us. Jesus. Market's looking very strong here. Hey, we're getting a pretty strong push. I'm gonna go in light here. sir. Market's going up. Where could we go? This next key level. If not, we can go here as well. Let me mark this up. This is a previous level support here as well. And let's change that. Just marking some levels on my chart. But yeah, we're very bullish, very bullish. Like I said, bullish above the previous day close. And market gets rippity ripping. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I think we're gonna have a pretty bullish day today overall. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's put the 5-minute chart here real quick. Okay. This beautiful setup right here. I would love it if we could get a pullback. A pullback to this area of resistance here. See, this is why I was looking for that pullback down here. Because if I know we didn't break the support area, market could still go up. So we didn't fall for that sell in the morning. Now we're looking for some buys. Sir, yes, sir. Market is hot. Market is hot. This is gonna go up. Okay, we have a channel here, so this could go up. Really, I'm thinking possibility we could go all the way up here before we see a pullback or a big pullback. Because we could pull back little bits at a time as we go higher. Market's ripping, guys. Go higher with this trend line here. Don't make sense here. Like it. There we go. We got 2 touch points. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm gonna make these trend lines, touch points, touching here, touching here, touching here, touching here, touching here. Change the ES to 5 minutes. There we go. And it looks like we don't really have any really strong impacting news today. So we should be clear to the trade through the 10 a.m. hour, 10 o'clock, or 10:30, which is usually when the news comes out. Makes the market go crazy. Blows everybody's account up. Yeah, man. Nah, you said it, bro. That tech news came out. It's ripping the market. Should be pretty bullish day today. Open. We're kind of getting a bit of rejection at this key level. Oh, Careful there, careful. See, that's why I marked that shit up. That's why I marked that shit up. That's why. That's why we do that, guys. I like to see us hold above this, either this area or this area, kind of bounce back up here. Let's go with this one because this is previous resistance. I'm looking for this to be support now. I'm looking for this red line to now act as a green one. Patient, be patient. We might pull back into this fair value gap here. Okay. So push up in here. Let's see. Market can be crazy, guys. Be safe out there. Be safe. If you're on bias, you want this green box to hold. You want price to maybe, you know, reverse here. If we close below this data line, the buyers might be cooked here. Close below this line. Will the buyer step in? That's what we want to know. Will the buyer step in? Will they hold above yesterday's close? I mean, Mondays. Oh, sorry. Fridays. Will they hold above Friday's close? Check this out right here. Yep, it's perfect fit. The fair value gap here lines up perfectly with the Fibonacci retracement. Can give us a sniper entry down here. This is a good spot for price to turn back around. If the buyers are here, we need to see them right in this spot right there. If we don't see them here, then this is coming down. This is also because this was such a strong move up here and broke resistance. This is now down here also a demand zone. So I wouldn't be selling into this, because usually what happens is price bounces off of it. That's just what it's likely to do. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but it is likely that when you're selling into demand zones, price can leave you there at the bottom on a sell, and then it starts to go up as well. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, I did indicators here, back on, there we go. Yep. So buyers can still step in here, right? They have a demand zone here, they can still step in here. Right? How would I sell this? I would like for us to get underneath this support area right here. Right? You see previous level support. Right. This price is really strong here. We should see then a strong push past that point, and then a pullback, and that's when I would look to sell. So you can see we have a trend line coming up here, and when green lines get broken, they turn into red lines. So that's how I would sell it. We look for some kind of pullback to get short. All right, so going over the strong move up here. If you went long, at what point would you then close that trade, right? When would you say, okay, my thesis that this was going up is now wrong, and now the market's coming down? So how do you manage risk? How do you manage risk to this? Maybe you could say, okay, if we stay above the 21 EMA, right? Because the 21 EMA can act as support resistance. If we stay above it, then I'll hold my position. And if we close below it, then I can exit. I can close it, take a loss. That's one way that I can see you can manage your trade. You close below 21, close your trade. There's some indicators in there. Okay, the market's very strong. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hit that key level that I marked up over here on the NQ, and that came from, let me go back here, that came from this day. It was a previous area of support, okay? So this was once support zone, and now it's resistance. Let's go back here. Oh, you got on shorts? Alright. Shit. That's what's up, man. Yeah, this is definitely very bearish. Market's probably coming to hit these lows right here. If we get a pullback, this is the initial play that I had before. To get that pullback right below this trend line, pullback, and a retest of this trend line here, I'm looking for this to act as support. Resistance. So this is where I would look to enter if opportunity presents itself. Yeah, I'm not feeling this out. Hold on, let me search this. Yeah, buddy. How we doing today, guys? How we doing? All right, might see some sellers here. Let's see if they can hold them below this trend line here. Maybe it'll bounce off the 21 EMA. Coming up here. Bounce off the 21. This could be a very tough spot to trade as well, because if you see here, we broke structure to the upside and then we broke structure to the downside, and when that happens back to back like that, it's usually a range bound market. So could be a tough spot to trade. See the seller stepping in when we was waiting for him right there, the pullback right there. Oftentimes it's best to wait for the candles to print, guys. As you can see, this candle was looking very bearish at first, and now it flipped to now looking very bullish. Going to get a clear signal here, clear sign that if this is gonna go down, it's gotta be a strong red candle here. And we have a demand zone down here that hasn't been mitigated yet. So the chances are that if sellers do step in here, they'll bring price down to this demand zone before buyers have a chance to then bring this back up again. We have a nice engulfing candle here on the 2-minute. Buyers attempting to push it back up again. So this is letting me know are the sellers actually really in here? Right? Because what happens is the chart's gonna try to trick you, right? They know, big institutions, they know how we trade. They know how we trade, so they basically have to go against our nature trading. And so they know that we're expecting sellers to step in here. Alright, and what are they gonna do? We're gonna get in here, we're gonna take a sell, right? And then we're gonna take a sell on this red candle, and we'll put our stop right here. And what's price gonna do? It's going directly to where our stop is first, and then it's going to go, and then it could go to where we expected it to go in that scenario. So sometimes you have to think, you have to go against the way of thinking, against your nature, because we have these, I call them sharks, We have these sharks out here in the water, and they're trying to get us. Okay, so this is not a short move down yet. I want to see if that's gonna be selling. They have to be here for real, for real. This isn't the strongest candle, so these are more stronger, right? These candles right here coming down. The same candle strong. These candles with little wicks are strong. There's that bounce up to 21. If we get a nice big old right candle here, would be beautiful. If not, this is gonna go back up. Right, because this was a previous area of demand here. This was a previous area of demand. So if sellers are really holding this price lower, they're going to flip this. Right? The market's going to break, pull back, and continue. All right, sellers are here. If we hold, right? If we hold below this 21 EMA, price could come down here. But we need to see follow through, right? We need to see follow through here. Buyers are still buying this up. So what could they do? They'll bring it up here first. Right? They're gonna do this, watch. They're gonna do this. They're gonna trigger your entry, right? They might trigger your entry here. Maybe they'll trigger it here. Right? Like I said, you put your stop above your entry and they go straight to it, take you out, and then it goes. That's gonna happen so often. It's crazy how often that happens. Market's ruthless out here, man. Ruthless. Yep. Market will have you happy for 2 minutes and then pissed the next second for like the entire day if you close your account. I think they're about to bring this back up again. There it is. Fire facility in here. So we're creating these minor levels of support here. You can see got this like minor level of support here. Looking for us to close below that. If we can close below that, it's almost like a short move. Sellers are still fighting here. They're trying. Yep, I think they're winning now. I think it's going, guys. I think it's going. Come on, sellers. Do us right, man. Oh, I'm still stepping back up here. So you see how we keep switching? Green, red, green, red, green, green. See, this is strength. This is how you judge strength. Right? Green, 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 green. Red, 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 red. Now this is gonna go up. If they don't close below this support line, it's gonna go up. But this is how they bait you. They bait you. Take a sell, take a sell, take a sell. You take your sell. Oh, we know where your stop is. Your stop is right here. They come in, they run your stops, and that's how they make money. Like that. It's getting very choppy in here. Getting very choppy in here. Wait for that close below this. No shorts. We're still chopping around here. Chopping around. So this is what they call the accumulation phase right here. When it starts to range here, it starts to accumulate, right? It's accumulating orders. Because the market does, the orders in the market don't stop coming in. There's trades being processed here right now. And there's stop losses being put here at the bottom. And there's stop losses being put here at the top. So we are accumulating. Once we break out of here, we should get a nice strong push. Either one direction or the other. We should get a nice strong push. Or we could fake too. Market snaps, it can fake. We can range here, we can fake one way and then start going the other one. really mess with your head. If you're on puts right now, you will want price to hold below this 21 EMA here. Right? Kind of like here. Price breaks through this 21 EMA, stays above it, stays above it, stays above it. That's what you want to see when you're getting into a sell position in the market. You want to see a trend or push in your direction. And stay with the trend line, right? Trend line showing you the trend. I mean, the EMA showing you the trend. Now this is looking like a fake. What I would do is I probably wouldn't even trade here. This might push up here, but then it'll pull back. So if it pushes up, I'll wait for a pullback to buy into. So if we get that strong close below support, there it is. Strong push. We got a good close below here, and we can see a nice soft smooth to the downside right here, just nice and easy. But the candle needs to close, so hope you guys understand when I say candle needs to close, because it can start out looking real good and the next thing you know, it's a green candle. Yes, sir. See how we closed there? See how we closed there? We didn't really close very strong below this support area right here. It kind of left the wick on the outside, like, you know what I'm saying? See? That's a trap. Now we're going up. Now it's going up. You have to learn like the little traps, right? The traps that the market will set up for you to take. Right? They know, the market knows. It's an algorithm. It knows where we're going to sell. It knows already, right? So it sets you up for yourself, and then you put your stop loss up here. Boom, takes you out. Look how strong this push is through the 21 EMA. And we got this purple EMA here. Nice strong push right through it. This is also letting me know how the strength of this push up. Because if it wasn't that strong, it wouldn't cross it that easily like that, right? It would be 2-3 candles on the way crossing. It's just one candle, one blast right here. Two. One blast right through the EMA. One blast. Boom. Aggressive. Oh, now it's doing the same thing it did here, where it left the wick. It's doing the same thing it did here, where it left the wick. So is it really strong? It's strong if we get a second candle going up. If we don't, then it's just chopping around here. It's just chopping around here. Let's see, will we get that strong close? We're still trying to attempt here to go lower. Still trying. And then again, quick. So I would just avoid all this, guys. Don't trade here, please. What's going on, Ness? You still on those shorts, bro? If you're still holding, you're a champ, bro. You're a champ. This is what the market is like. You know, it can have very strong moves, and then next thing you know, you get caught up in a chop. One of the ways that I know you can avoid that is not trading in between EMAs, right? Not trading in between these lines, right? These colored lines here, these EMAs. Don't trade in between there because it's likely to chop around. So that's why I usually like going better in the direction of the EMA. So if we're below the EMA, so like look for shorts. So we're breaking out of this consolidation. There it is. Dang, that thing chopped around there for a long time. Jesus. There you go. Now you know where price is going. Price is going down here. Easy. It's going, guys. It's going. It is going. That's what we was waiting for. All right, we're getting a pullback here, so looking for price to use this area support here as resistance. If not, what could happen is price will now move back up here. Maybe it'll pull back and then it'll go back up. So when you're on the sell, right? When you're on puts, you want to pay attention to your resistance levels, and you want to see support break and then turn into resistance. So this needs to now work as a resistance for us. Okay, we're hoping for price to come down here. So what will happen is if we break right in back up into this consolidation area, we could see pullback, or we could see just continuation to the upside, and then now this resistance of support on the ES here. Notice we're still within this channel here, so buyers are still, buyers are still buying these low. I'll show you. So buyers are still buying the low of this channel. Buyers are stepping in each time we hit the low of the channel, and they're stepping in once here, right? keeps getting bought up every time we reach that low of the channel. This is on the ES here. Alright, so this is breaking back up. It didn't hold below that support. So now it's letting me know, okay, it wants to push back up now. So this is what price does. As it develops, as it shows you the candlestick, right? You're starting to see where price could go next. So then you can decide whether you want to buy or sell. And in this case, price was consolidating here as we was waiting for that sell opportunity. Right? We get that sell opportunity, immediately reverses. Right? So now this is starting to look. That was when the market was looking like this, when it was right here. But now that we have more candles on the chart, we can see, okay, now this is starting to look like a double bottom. Right? It's starting to look like price came down and created a double bottom. So a double bottom is a reversal pattern. Right? So, you know, if the sellers were really gonna bring this down, they would have held this. They would have held this support as resistance. Right? And they didn't. Right? There's no way we could have known whether they was gonna be successful on that attempt or not. But what we could do is read the market as it develops, as it prints out these candles, and we can make our decision as it continues to print one candle after another. We can start to see, okay, this is looking like a double bottom. The market wants to reverse here. Okay. How is it the best way for me to buy this if it really is gonna reverse? Well, you could buy it on the first entry that I see is probably as it crosses the 21 EMA. If it does it in a very strong fashion, then that could be your entry there. Right? We got 1, 2, 3 green candles in a row. Another way is the market. You can let the market break this resistance and then wait for a pullback, and then enter here. Enter on the pullback. But then again, I'm looking into the future. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but this is just what this is where I would enter if it does happen. Yeah. So it's having the ability to think about how the market moves and figuring out where you want to jump in on the wave. Right? We get a wave down. And then I said, well, I want to see a pullback to jump in, because I don't want to buy. I want to sell down here at the bottom. I want to sell as it goes up with the opportunity to come down. Once it's down already, it's too late for me to jump in. Well, price chopped around here a long time. It gave us the illusion that it wants to go lower. And then what it do? Came lower and then reversed right back up. Okay, so if this attempt is for real, if this attempt to go high is for real, then there's a high chance market will pull back, will give us this pullback here. There's a high chance that we'll do that. So it's about, okay, it's about timing your entry. Knowing what the market's showing you. It's showing me a double bottom. It wants to, I don't know why it keeps trying to go up, but that's just what the market's doing. Um, I wouldn't want to buy here below this yesterday's close price because it's practically an area of resistance. So what I would like to do is, if I do buy this, I would like to see price rip past that, break what's restricting price from going up higher. Because if we could do that, then we have practically the freedom to go up here. We don't have so much freedom to go up here because of this thing that's in the way. It's like an intersection, right? So if we pass this intersection, then we're good to go. It's green, right? We're good to go. Sellers are now stepping back in here a second time. Well, probably 100 times since we chopped it around in here for so long. But yeah, they're stepping back in here. Tempted to put below the 21 EMA. Very choppy price action today, though. Very choppy. I might end up waiting actually till afternoon, because like we saw last Friday, it was very choppy during the morning, and then the afternoon was like just a smooth breeze all the way up. And we got this choppiness in the morning, Friday morning, chop, and then the afternoon, easy money. This feels like they're building up sales positions so they can buy into. So yeah, so this feels like to me they're building up liquidity. They're building up orders. Right? So the way, like I said, the way the banks trade is they can't just hit buy and put billions of dollars into the market. They have to build the liquidity. They have to build basically us. They have to have us take shorts here. They have to have us step in and sell here. And they need us to put our stop loss up here so that they can get it. So if they can build a lot of orders here, then the banks can buy it here, expecting to go higher. Because they don't want to buy up here. The banks don't like buying. Banks and institutions don't like buying high, right? They manipulate price, and then they buy it lower. So for you to win, right? For them to win, we need to lose, and vice versa. So they break through this. We might be going a lot higher today. Just we're caught in this chop right here. This is a pretty good no trade zone. This whole thing right here. So let's just do this. So we can't even see them there. Oh, never mind. Can't cover it. There we go. This is what no trade zone. Don't trade it there. It looks like we built up a bit of a trend line here on the ES. The ES is looking like it's clearly going to go up. So if the ES is looking like it's clearly going to go up, most likely the NQ will go up as well. So ES is breaking out. It's gonna drag the NQ with it. NQ, you're screwed. ES wants to go up. Yep. So this is all you have to do when you're trading by yourself. Try to quickly analyze the market on a higher time frame. Just keep it simple. Support, resistance, hourly, support, resistance, support here, support, resistance. Keep it simple. Support right here. Resistance up here. This orange line could be either support or resistance, and then the red is clearly resistance as well. So from the hourly time frame, it looks like, what's it looking like? Are we going up or are we going down? Hourly. So prioritizing the hourly time frame, because the hourly time frame has more concrete, more solid information as far as the candlesticks go. So if you have a strong bullish green candle on the 1 hour time frame, then it's more valid than having a green candle on the 5 minute time frame. So that's why I start at the higher time frame first, then go down to get a better look at what the market's doing. We got a trend line. Obviously, if that trend line breaks, we go higher. But we can't see this trend line on the 1 hour time frame. We have to go down to a 5 minute, 15 minute, 2 minute time frame to then see what we're seeing here in the market. We saw that there was support, resistance here. We broke higher, turned to support. See something here on the ES. Okay. Market's doing almost the same as Friday. Yep, same thing as Friday, brother. Same thing as Friday. You get a strong push out, strong push down. It was just going chop, chop, chop. If you start to get a lot of like consolidation, like we do here, like let's say you go on the 1 minute time frame, and then it just doesn't look very clear. We got all this chop here. Something that may help when we're in this kind of condition is just going up a time frame per minute, and if it still doesn't look very clear, just find your focus by changing the time frames. Alright, so does this look like a fake move up? Right. If we are rejecting, take this down a little bit. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay, so we have this trend line here. We have price attempting to break higher, and we immediately getting a red candle right after. So let me show you what a clean breakout looks like. Let's use this for example, this one right here. Okay. We have resistance here. This is a very good example. And we have resistance here. Market's bullish because we broke resistance. And there was resistance here. So if we break resistance, I'm thinking, okay, we're bullish, we're green. Look at this strong move up. Right? So we're looking to buy. If we break resistance, I'm looking to buy. Okay, we get a push up here, we get a pullback. We might have been able to buy in here. And on here, we get this bit of a trend line coming down that gets broken, and then it turns to support. It turns to support, and then look how clean, right? Look as we're breaking. Look how bigger this candle gets as it breaks higher. When in here, we're getting smaller as we're breaking out. Instead of getting stronger, we're getting weaker. So we get strong move out of this trend line, we pull back, and then use it as support. So if that's the validation to go higher, right? We get this nice strong push higher after that, then this is a fake. This is a fake move. This is a trap, right? This is to get you in, buy, and then it's a trap. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you determine. That's how you see. If you see the difference in that, I don't know if you guys are able to see it very clearly, but if you can see the difference, right? What's the difference? How we push out of here, and then how we're pushing out of here. Look at these huge, like every time we go up, look at these huge red candles. Look as we're going up here, right? This one was kind of big right here, but then here, after we break out, look how small the red candles are. So we're not getting a sharp, strong move down. Here, this is kind of sharp. We keep going up here, we're getting these sharp, strong moves down. So by comparing these two, you can try to avoid. You can try to avoid losses in that way. Let's extend this no trade zone to here. Let's do the same thing here on the ES. No trade zone. No trade zone. Let's call it that. So what we're waiting is a breakout, and it's 11, about to be 11 o'clock. So yeah, I think I'm about to close it here at 11 because this market is honestly, where should I got it? Let's see if it pushes now. If we get some action, Maybe we could take a trade. This could be that push down here that we was waiting for. Alright. We close below this 200 EMA. I'm going to take it short here. I want to see it close below this yellow line though. Careful here because we see we getting these wicks right here. We getting this right here, man. It's not the best setup, you know, honestly. That's what we see in here. Yeah. But if we get a strong close, maybe catch a little scalp from here to here. Bam. Real fast. In and out type. In and out. I'm liking this push. I'm liking this push, guys. Liking that push. Hell yeah, I like that. We get maybe a little spike in volume here too. We get a little spike in volume as we go down. Ooh, it's almost guaranteed. Get a little, just a little spike in volume and just a little push, man. Spike that shit. Yes, sir. Come on. Bars are still there. They're still buying these dips. Buying the lows. Buying the lows. Buying the lows. Still buying the lows. Good push into this right here. This little fair value gap there. Oh yeah. How we doing? How we doing, guys? He's still chopping around here. Waiting for this move. Jesus. Market's slow today, man. Just a little slow. About to drop. Let's see, the seller's got the strength to push it through. Let's see. What do you guys think? We going down? We going up? Or we chop? What do you guys think? Doesn't look like buyers are giving up that easily. They're not giving up that easily. There it is. Come on, sellers. See. This definitely wants to come down. It's going up. It's going up like crazy, yo. No way, buyers are. No, no. I know the sellers want it. I know. They want to come down here real quick. Just really quick. They want to just 2 seconds, yo. I know they want to. There they are. I told you they was coming in. I knew it. I think it's into a ranging pattern. It's in a support zone. Yeah. Yep. They said it's caught in a range. It's caught in a range inside here, and there's an orange zone here. We're breaking out with some strength, so I'm looking for this to push lower. There we go. It's going, guys. It's going. It's going. There it is. Smooth down. Yes, sir. This is probably gonna be my only trade today. I just got this nice move right here, man. Oh, dang. That's all we need. Just one good move. That's all I need. I need one good move. That's enough. It's enough to pay the bills. One good move. We're almost reaching that demand zone here. Very strong coming out of this range. very, very strong. We could go all the way down to support, right? Because we consolidated so long, it builds up the pressure when it pops out, right? So we consolidate. So this might just go all the way down here, could go back, and then could continue lower possibly too. Who knows, man? There it is. Another push. Continue to go lower. Oh, it popped. I called that one, yo. I told you. It's gonna pop, though. It's built up for so long. Chopping around in there so long. It's gonna pop. It's going to pop. Could go all the way down to these lows on here. Right? And down to these lows. Right? It's reacting to this demand zone. You see buyers stepping in because it's dropping into the demand zone. It's dropping into the demand zone. So you'll see some buying. It's coming down, coming down, coming down. Easy money, guys. Easy money. ES is coming down too into previous areas of liquidity here, previous lows. Holy, this thing is gone, bro. Holy jeez. Right. I just wanted to make a little bit, but that's cool. I think what I can get. I'll take what I can get, bro. I don't like to complain, you know? I'll take what I can get, bro. Not greedy. Okay, so you notice how we have this zone here for a very specific reason. Right? There was a strong amount of buying here as price went up, right? We see this strong move up. So what is it likely to do? Well, when we get back to this area right here, we are likely to see a strong move. I don't know if it's gonna be strong. I don't know if it's gonna change the trend, but it's definitely gonna be a move up. That's why when I sell, when I'm selling as we're breaking out of this range, I'm getting out where I know there's danger before I see it. That's how you want to do this. You want to see the danger ahead and collect your cash before your money now is in trouble, and you know, and then you're still, and then you're holding and it comes back to break even. Now you didn't collect no profits. Know what I'm saying? Yes. Where are we at? You tell me I got into some puts. Is on audio on? Is audio on? Yeah, I'm on audio, man. Can you hear me? Audio's on, bro. We here. We here, baby. We here. Let me give you. One sec, guys. Oh, my mouse just died. Oh, this is not good. That is not good at all. Not good at all. Sellers are jumping back in here. This could be another push lower. Hey, they are here. They are here. Let's go down to the 2-minute time frame here so you guys see it. Closer look. Closer look here. There we go. That looks better. That looks better. Yes, sir. Oh, I gotta close this shit. I took my profits. I took that move down and then I scalped a little bit more on that little pullback. And I'm gone, man. I am done. I won today, man. I won. That's it. I don't need to get greedy. I don't need to take 100,000 trades. I'm in. I'm out. Take my money and run. Take my money and run, guys. Anybody catch that, yo? Anybody catch some of that move down? Anybody? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, man. I made a little bit too much money on this account. I need to lose. I need to take a loss. It's $24. $24. One sec, guys. I gotta get a battery for my let's see. All right, I'm back. Already. So if we get through this area, I don't know that we will, but it's looking like we might push lower. We could get to this next demand zone down here, or at the very least, probably sweep this low right here. Another low. Sweep that low. All right, y'all. How's everybody doing, man? Still coming down. We're about to hit this next demand zone out here on the NQs. On the spot, we have a demand zone here as well. I don't know. Wait. Oh, I don't have the indicator on this one. That's why. Let's see. Put the any averages and okay, and then we need the and there you go. And mark right there. So supply and demand right here. Put it on 5 minute quick. See if we get a nice clear zone. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for there. It's very similar. The NQs and the SPYs, they're both coming down. Excuse me, to an area of demand. We got this breakout here out of this support. Then we got a pullback into this fair value gap here. And let's bring this down here. Right, we got a fair value gap there. Giving you another entry there. You could enter here as well, or you could enter on the breakout, or here. Strong candle. You can enter on the fair value gap and the pullback to the 21 EMA. You can enter on the confirmation of this candle close here, you can enter. I mean, there's so many different spots you can enter the puts at. So many different spots. My favorite ones are, I like to enter on a strong candle. So I like this hammer stick. I mean this hammer candlestick. And in this one right here, those are both strong bearish candles. I would have entered there, or I would have probably entered here. This is where I entered on my. I took another little quick scalp over there, but I just needed a little bit. I didn't need to hold this whole thing because I'm working on a challenge account. I can't make too much. So yeah. So you can enter here. You can enter here on yourselves. We saw that market attempted to push up and they failed, right? Consolidated here for a while, and then we said, okay, this looks like a double bottom, right? Let's go back and we can review, right? This looks like a double bottom right here. Market came down, came up, right? Double bottom. So I said, okay, if we push up higher and then we use this neckline here, this resistance as support, then I'll look for buys. But if we don't get up here, then I don't want to look for buys, because we have this dotted line here. It's yesterday's close, and that's, I explained, it's like an intersection. Like, if we cannot, if the light isn't green, you can't go. Like, you're not gonna go through unless it goes green. So unless we get a push above it, and then show us that this is now becoming support, then we kind of get in the green light. And we did not get that. So if we didn't get the buy signal, we're gonna look for the sell, right? If we don't get the buy signal, we're gonna look for the sell. So on the sell side, we said, okay, we have a bit of a consolidation here. You have a consolidation right here in this area right here, chopping around. I said, okay, this is a no trade zone. No trade zone. Don't trade in here. It's choppy. And then we saw this support line here as we was attempting this push down. By the time we was here, I was looking to sell, but then I was looking for strength. I want to see strength on the breakout. I want to see these wicks, right? Like we saw here. So once we pulled back up, but then we started coming down even stronger, we got this hammer candlestick pattern here, which is strength. Okay? We closed below the support line. Then we got the second strong candlestick here. This could have been the clear entry. And it's good from there, man. Just try to make it simple, you know. Try to, all right, I'm gonna trade if it breaks, right? If it breaks, I'll go short. Right? You can make it say if it breaks, I'll go short. If it pulls back to the 21 EMA, you can say, all right, I'll go short if it pulls back to the 21 EMA. You have to find ways to try to make this as simple as possible, because it can get very complicated. I can mention a lot of things that can make this very confusing, but I'm using lines as a way to also kind of like simplify what we're looking at, right? Oh, if we cross this line and then I put an arrow, right? I try to just simplify as much as possible. If we break this line, okay, I'm looking for this to move down here, and I just put the line on what I think price is gonna do, right? And then I said, okay, if we continue lower, because we came down here, we saw some buying, right? We saw some buying off of that demand, and then I said, okay, if we might get another push down here, I started to step in, they pushed it lower. I said, okay, if we go lower, then we're gonna go to the only obvious place, which we're gonna go run this low here. So I mark this line, and then if we get through that, then we're gonna go here. Because this is the next, it's the next area where is the next thing that's attracting price. It has to be here because it's the next. It's a zone that's attracting price. Well, there was previously a lot of buying power. So where there's a lot of transactions, happening, price is likely to go back to these areas where there's a lot of buying and there's a lot of selling. There's a sense of like memory in the market that when you buy a ton of one stock and it moves up, well, it's gonna eventually come back here and it's gonna buy again at that same price. So right here, when price gets down here, guess what it's likely to do? Well, it's likely to now push up from here. Right? Same thing like we did here. We came down to a demand zone, price pushed up. We came to another demand zone. Now look at the selling candles. They're getting nice. They was nice and strong first, and then now they're getting tiny, getting into this demand zone. So what's that letting you know? Right? If the candlestick gets so small they disappear, then what's happening to the sellers? Are they disappearing as well? Okay. So if sellers are disappearing, it's only one other person in here in the market, sellers and buyers. So the buyers are gonna push this up. Sellers are probably gonna want to sell down here too. Probably gonna want to buy out of their position because now they're in profit. They caught this move down. They made a ton of money. Well, I have to close my trade to now claim profits, and what that's gonna do is gonna push the market up. Maybe we get another push up to the 21 EMA, and maybe we get another push down from there. Yes, sir. All right. Where are we at? All right, I'm gonna start cleaning up these charts. It's looking like messy as hell. I don't like to. I like my charts nice and clean. All right, so this trend line, right? This trend line is broken. We don't need this no more. This channel here is broken. We don't need it. Take that off. All right. Now what do we need? We need a trend line coming down. Is there a trend line coming down? Is there a trend line coming down? Well, let's take a look. Right? If we connect the dots, connect the highs, right? Every time the market makes a high, and we connect a dot between these, then maybe we could get a trend. There we go. I'm not worried about doing this perfect. I'm just trying to put it where it makes sense, where it connects the dots. Right? If I make it like this, does it connect the dots? No, it looks stupid. Like it doesn't. It looks like it don't belong, right? So, and if I make it like this, like, does it make sense there? No, not really. Okay, so I'm just trying to put it right. I'm not worried about being perfect. I'm worried about connecting as many dots, as many of the highs and lows as I can, so I can make it a valid trend. Here, let's see, something like this, maybe bring this down a little bit lower. See how we're going through the lows. I want to catch the very end of those lows, so the very bottom of those lows. There we go. Now we got ourselves a trend line. Keep it stupid simple, simple as possible. Let's try to find it. If it's not there, well, we don't need it. If I don't see a trend, well, then I'll do my support and resistance. I rely on that. Right? I rely that, hey, there was an area of support right here. Right? I'm looking for that same area of support. Right? I'm looking for that same area of support to become resistance, because we broke through it. Right? It's almost like you pull up to the intersection and you get a red light, right? And then you can't get through, so all right, turn around. You pull up to the same light again, another red light, turn around. Oh shit, now we got the green light. All right, cool. So now the sellers got the green light. So seller might come back. Maybe, I don't know, maybe today or tomorrow might come over here and they might push us lower from there. Okay. I just look at the chart and I'm looking for clues for where price wants to go. If it wants to go, well, it wants to go to previous buying areas. If we break out of here, we go lower, we're gonna go to this previous strong buying low right here. And if we continue lower, where's another previous strong buying low? Well, there was a lot of buying here, right? Right here, price came down very strong, and it pushed back up very strong as well. And then right here, we was breaking out of this range from Friday, right? We broke out of this range. This low broke past this resistance, past this one, past this one, past this one. So this is a strong low, right? So can it be on this low here? This could be an area of demand as well. So these are areas where I'm not looking to buy. I'm sorry, I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking to buy as we come down here. I might sell into it before we get there. I'll sell, but once we're in there, I'm looking to buy. Doesn't mean I'm just gonna buy blindly, but I'm gonna watch how price behaves. I'm gonna see if we get maybe a double bottom right here, right? Which is, it's a reversal pattern. Do we get maybe a head and shoulder down here? Do we get a head and shoulder? Okay. What is price doing right now? Well, it's not giving me anything right now, so I'm not gonna take a trade. I'm not gonna buy it, but just okay, it's just green. But I don't see anything other than that structure-wise. Structure-wise meaning reflecting on support, resistance. Like there's no, this is structure-wise. This is structure-wise. Market's breaking a resistance right here. Right? Market's breaking a resistance right here. In this example, let me drag it down here. Right? In this example, price is creating a double bottom, is creating resistance right here, and it's breaking resistance and using it as support. So that would be something I would buy down here. You show me something like that. If you show me something like this, same thing. Right? It's showing that by the market doing these ups and downs like this, even if it's like this a little bit, or even if it's like this a little bit, it doesn't have to be perfect. What it's clearly letting you know is it's running out of, out of gas. It's running, like the momentum is weakening, and that's why we're getting down here. We're getting momentum weakening. When we get in this red candles getting smaller, momentum is weakening. Now buyers are, now we're getting green candles. Right? It's just putting 2 and 2 together. Putting the candlesticks and the areas of interest, support, resistance, supply and demand, putting them together, right? Where do I want to see strong buying? Well, I want to see strong buying at demand. I want to see strong selling at supply. Because if I see strong selling at supply, I'm going to sell there because there was previously a lot of selling there in the past. So there was a lot of buying here in the past, so I'm looking to buy it. There's a lot of selling here in the past, so I'm looking to sell here. Sorry about that. I hope that kind of like explains it for you guys. I don't see any comments in the chat, so I'm just going off of what I think you guys need to learn, what I think you guys need to observe, in order to know when and where do I take a trade. I just take a trade because my feelings feel good. I feel like seller's gonna just go down all day, so it's a good feeling. So I'm just gonna sell right here because it's a great feeling. Or all right, do I buy here because I got a good feeling? It's not my feelings. I don't trade my feelings. I'm trading. Well, I have demand zone here. Can we get a double bottom? Well, that looks kind of like a slightly double bottom, right? Look at this right here. Doesn't that look like a double bottom right here? Right? Market did this. Let me put the line chart here. right? Doesn't that look like jagged up double bottom? Yeah, it's not perfect, but it looks like a double bottom to me, right? Price came down, pushed up, attempted to go lower, and now it broke the neckline. Right? So what that tells me is there's a high chance. I don't know the future, but there's a high chance that market can now go up. So now, do you enter where you think you might be at a low, uh, risk, right? If you think you can enter right now and keep a tight stop loss or keep a low risk enough that it can give you the potential to have double the profits, then I would call that a good entry. A good entry isn't exactly entering exactly where the market turns around. A good entry is wherever you decide to enter, and based on your risk, you can at least get double the reward. I've been out most. All right, yeah, just deal with that. Don't worry about the trades. Um, come back to it later. I've been out most of the time. I haven't had a chance to trade, but I'm back. It's money. Bueno, the money. Oh my God. Ya nosotros nos ganamos los cheles del día. Market broke out of this consolidation right here. And yeah, we broke out of this support right here. We took some shorts. Ride it all the way down. So now market's pushing back up because we got to this demand zone. So let me go clean this up a little. Shit, I'm trying to get. It's too much. It's too much for me. Get rid of this trend line here. This is no longer useful for us. Okay. Okay, so right now we might get a push up to this. What was the previous area of support? Or you can mark this as a zone if you like. Like it doesn't have to be a line. Support and resistance are zones, more like. And so price might push here. Let's see more selling here, possibly. This could, I think, go down here and push back up. Oh man, it's 11:43. Think we're gonna call it for now. If you guys have any questions, anything you want me to answer, any concerns, anything you want me to explain, now's a good time. The market made a nice move down here, so if you made some profits, don't worry about taking too many trades. Try to take 1, 2, maybe 3 trades a day and call it. Don't make it a habit to trade all day long, because you're gonna end up giving profits back and you're gonna feel like shit. But yeah. I don't see any questions, so I'm gonna let you guys go. It's about to be 11:45 right now. Yeah. This is the market's on a downtrend. Like I said, market trend lines. if you're gonna continue trading. Sell where there's already selling, guys. Don't be um, just guessing. If they're selling up here and they're selling up here, well, that's a high chance if price comes back to this trend line, it's gonna sell again. Same thing down here. When we hit this low, we buy. Hit this low, we buy. Come back, look to buy. Or if you want to do it better, I like better going with the trend. So I like selling up here more than I like buying down here. The beach, got it. Right. All right, guys, that'll conclude the streaming, the live stream for today. Thank you so much for joining the live and for being part of this group. I appreciate you all. I hope you all made some money today. And have a good rest of your day, man. Take your money and run. Run as fast as you can, man. All right? Take care.